This video will cover mounting a scope to my Remington 700 using a brand new technique that I've developed to laser level your scope for the most accurate shooting available. Stay tuned to see what it is and how it works. Chris here with Chris Fowler Outdoors, providing you with information and tips to grow your hunting and life experiences. This channel covers product reviews, how-tos, tips, strategy, and hunting videos. Thank you for visiting, and please consider subscribing. Alright, let's get started. The first step in mounting our scope to our Remington 700, let's make sure the bolt is removed, it's on safety, and let's place it in the vise. The next steps, we'll mount our bottom rings per the manufacturer's recommendations on the torque, and we'll do that now. Alright, we have the bottom rings bolted onto the Remington 700. Our next step is aligning the laser. We'll be moving the camera to show you this, but understand the laser, what it provides is shooting a perfect straight line. So we're going to establish a line of the back of our stock, centering it. This will level the 700. Then that line is going to portray right down, right across the where the bolt would set, right across the scope mounts, and I'm going to show it to you before I bolted these on so you can see the holes in the top of the rifle. You'll see the holes where the back rear sight mounts and the end sight, and all this will be in perfect alignment, and this is what allows us to align and laser level our scope with our Remington 700. Okay, giving you a picture here what the laser beam should look like going across your rifle. As you can see, my laser beam is splitting the screws for the iron sights at the end of the barrel, the rear sight, the front and back scope mounts. Also, you'll see my stock is plumb. Okay, we have positioned the laser so that it is giving us a line up the bottom of the stock, all the way down the rifle, enters into the barrel, goes across the screw holes on the mounts, goes across the sight holes in the front and rear side of the 700. This gives me a perfect line. The laser and the rifle barrel and the stock is all perfectly in one line. The gun is level this way. Use the laser light to plumb coming up the back of the stock. So the laser and the rifle now is in perfect alignment. Now what we want to do is we want to place our scope into our rings. Now I've already checked for my eye relief, and you'll need to do that as well to establish that. And we want to align the scope up. It'll be hard for you to see with the camera lights on, but this Nikon BDC has a screw hole in the very top dead center of the scope. Maybe you can see that, I'm not sure, but if you'll line that up with that'll get you real close. We'll still need one final adjustment. Now we'll place our top rings on snug, still allowing the scope to turn. Okay, I have my scope top rings on, they're snug, my scope still allows for adjustment. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to look through the scope. I have the laser, we're going to open the door here, it's going to be portrayed on the wall. about 20 foot down. And what we're trying to do is get the crosshair lined up with the green light. So I have a perfectly vertical line on the wall, and I'm going to look through there. We're going to give you some video of that, but we're going to twist our scope so that our crosshair lines up perfectly with the green laser light that's portrayed on the wall. We'll tighten it down and we'll be done. Our scope is a little out, so we're going to need to twist it to line it up with the green light. Now that you have your scope perfectly aligned with your rifle, you want to go ahead and snug these up to the manufacturer's recommendation. You're done. Now your scope and your rifle is perfectly aligned. Your vertical crosshair in your rifle and your scope is perfectly aligned. You know, I know a lot of them will take a little torpedo level and they'll set it on the little turret and they'll say, you know, that's good. I don't feel comfortable with that. This is the most precise way that I've found to level your scope onto your rifle. If you do shoot out long distances, now your vertical drop and your crosshair and your rifle will all be on the same plane. What we used. Okay, what I did is I bought a Tack Life green laser. Got it off Amazon. I'll have the information in the description below. This thing's about 45 bucks. Depending on, you can get them a little cheaper if you get the red, but I recommend the green so that you can use it outdoors in case you don't have a long enough distance. But we tried to portray the laser on a wall about 20 feet down. Of course, you got to adjust your scope so you can see that in your reticles. But got a little engineering surveying background one day, pilling around with a cheap laser, and just been trying to think, you know, there's got to be a better way than setting a little torpedo level on top of a scope turret. I mean, you're spending thousands of dollars on this equipment and you're using something to level it that costs $2 and $3. And I found this on Amazon, and this thing is accurate within an eighth of an inch and 30 feet. It levels itself automatically. So if you'll get this within 4 degrees of level, it will automatically level itself and quit flashing. When you steady it up here, and you see it quits flashing, it's leveled itself. Let me try to put that on the back wall here for you to see. It also has a locking mechanism. You can lock the laser light and then you can turn it around and make lines, whatever you need to do. But this gives you a vertical, horizontal, automatic level laser line, and I've used it to level my scope. Please comment on the video, comment on what you think about the laser light. Cool tool, and about 45 bucks on Amazon, but this is the most precise way. It gives me confidence in my shooting ability, makes me a better hunter. So I encourage you to comment, give me a thumbs up on the video if you like. Chris Fowler Outdoors, and if you're not, please consider subscribing.